Have you ever asked yourself why most school curriculums don't teach our kids about money management or how to make money or how to save money? Now, this money is just my toddler's pretend money, but this could be money that you could be making without getting a new job or saving. And in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you all of my top tips and tricks that I had to learn the hard way so that you don't have to. I think learning about how to manage your money properly and how to save your money properly are so important and life skills that everyone needs to know. If you have been following me for a while, you know that I came from very humble beginnings. Both of my parents are immigrants and worked very hard for everything that they have in their lives and have also given to my brother and I. My brother and I also had to work really hard our entire lives and learned a lot of lessons along the way that cost us a lot of time and money, unfortunately. So I wanted to put together this video of my all-time favorite life hacks that will save you time and money. So without further ado, let's just hop right into the video. The first life hack I wanted to share with you that has saved my family and I so much time and money has to do with our meal time. And as a family, we love home-cooked meals, but I don't like spending so much time on grocery shopping or making grocery lists or ordering groceries online, and I definitely don't have the time to think about or research what to make on the daily. That's why I love services like HelloFresh that take all of the guesswork out of meal prep. They have everything pre-portioned for you. You literally just go on their website, select whatever meals you want to have delivered, and they do all of the prep work for you. They deliver fresh, premium ingredients that are perfectly portioned, so not only do you save time and money, but you also eliminate food waste, which is such a big problem in our house, especially when you have a little toddler at home. So this makes me feel so much better because so much less food ends up in the trash bin, and it's healthy food that I can feel good about serving to my family.
This portion of the video is made in partnership with HelloFresh, a meal kit service that provides delicious seasonal recipes and fresh, pre-measured ingredients delivered right to your door. Every recipe is packed with fresh produce sourced directly from farmers and are available in low-cal, carb-smart, vegetarian, and pescatarian options too. HelloFresh has more 5-star recipes than any other meal kit. They're super easy to make and all come with a recipe card that looks like this. Some of them can be made in 20 minutes or less, which is great when you don't have a lot of time like me. So I did the math, and you can actually save up to 30% by using HelloFresh versus conventional grocery shopping or grocery delivery services, and tremendously reduce your overall food waste. The packaging HelloFresh uses to ship your food is almost entirely made from recyclable and/or already recycled materials. I also love how easy it is to feed the whole family with their larger box sizes, so you get more servings and more savings. HelloFresh is also on a mission to give back to those in need and has donated over 4 million meals to charity in 2020 alone, and is continuing to step up their food donations even more during the pandemic. This is one of the many reasons I love HelloFresh and their brand ethos. Go to HelloFresh.com and use my code NikiSky14 to get 14 free meals, including free shipping. I'll also leave all the details in my description box down below.
Another life hack that has helped me save so much money is simply just making my coffee or matcha at home. I used to get Starbucks coffee every single day for the last few years. I have a gold card membership. I don't know if that's something that I should be proud of or embarrassed of, but it does exist. And over the last year, I have really been trying to make an effort to make my coffee and my matcha at home. And I am proud to say that I feel like I have mastered the perfect iced coffee and the perfect iced matcha. So much so that I personally believe that I can rival Starbucks. So not only does this save me so much money, but it also saves me time because I don't have to go out or drive anywhere or order Uber Eats or whatever it may be. I can make everything in the convenience of my own home, which is great for me because I also work from home. So going out to grab a coffee is out of the way for me, especially since I'm not driving to work every day. But if you are one of those people that does drive to work, I'd highly recommend getting a keep cup such as the one I'm using here. This is a great way to keep your coffee or matcha or tea fresh and insulated, and you can have that coffee shop feel on the go wherever you are, and also minimize food packaging waste, which is a plus for me. So one thing that I have been doing a lot of research on and am so inspired and fascinated by is people who grow their own food. Personally, I don't grow my own food yet, but my dad just planted a garden in his backyard and I am just so inspired by it. The fact that he grows everything organically in his backyard and he literally eats the fruit of his own labor is just so amazing to me, and I feel like this is the way that food should be grown and eaten. I really don't like that our society has kind of commercialized the whole agriculture aspect of eating food, and I would like to do whatever I can to try to grow my own food, whether it's at home or in a garden or in a greenhouse. Not only is it a lot more sustainable, but in the long run, it also saves you a lot of time and money. And you don't need to spend a lot of money to grow your own food. A lot of people install these plant walls or herb walls along their wall. All you need is some sunlight, and a lot of these walls do all of the work for you. So if you can and you're able to, I highly recommend doing that because in the long run, it's a lot more cost effective. So one of the things my husband and I did many, many years ago that has not only saved us a lot of time and money going out to buy water bottles all the time, but it's also eliminated our overall single-use plastic use, and that is installing a water filter in our home. This has been probably the best investments that we have ever made, not only economically, but also for our health as well. Unfortunately, there are so many different contaminants that end up in our drinking water. That's why a lot of people prefer to purchase bottled water, which is obscene because water should be our right as people who live on Earth. It's just mind-boggling that we have to pay for it, but that's the society that we live in. So that's why we decided to opt for a water filter, because not only is it better in the long run economically, but it also is better for the planet because we're not using as much plastic, and it's also better for our health because we're not consuming water that comes from plastic, which has its own detrimental effects to our health. If you guys are in the market for a water filter, I'll link some of my favorite ones down below. One of my life hacks that I live by through and through is constantly decluttering your home, whether that's your closet, your bathroom, your office, whatever it may be. Not only does decluttering keep your space looking clean and it allows you to have a conducive environment to do whatever it is you need to do in that space, but it also allows you to see what you have and it allows you to see what you need and what you don't need. A lot of the time, we purchase things that we don't need simply because we don't know that we already have it. So if you are in the habit of cleaning out your space and decluttering it, you are a lot less likely to purchase things you don't need. Speaking of things that you don't need, what do you do with those things when you don't use them? My personal favorite way is just selling them online. I personally have my own closet sale website. This is where I like to sell a lot of the clothing or shoes or accessories or furniture, home items that I don't use anymore. It helps me keep tabs on the things that I don't use and the things that I don't need anymore. It also helps me create more sustainable and more thought-provoking shopping habits, if you will. It really helps me look at everything I have with a clear mind and be a lot more thoughtful with my purchases. I used to be a lot more impulsive back in the day, whereas now, if I'm making a purchasing decision, I will go through the steps that I need to go through in my head and ask myself the hard questions to really justify that purchase. And a lot of the times, the little voice in my head tells me that I don't need something. So I cannot tell you how important this life skill has been for me, especially over the years. The more I use it, the harsher I am with the things that I bring into my life. And overall, it has made such a difference in my life. This next life hack is something that I did a couple years ago, and I cannot tell you how liberated I feel, not only mentally from making making this life decision, but also it's a lot more friendlier on the wallet. And that was canceling my gym membership. I'm one of those people that I believe you need to invest in your health. You have to invest into your physical health, your mental health. And part of that for me used to be having a gym membership, going to the gym on a regular basis. Thankfully, we live in a world now where we can literally have access to thousands upon thousands and thousands of different online classes that we can subscribe to for a fraction of the cost. I personally made the swap from a pricey gym membership to a couple of online memberships that I use on a regular basis that I love, that motivate me and really speak to my soul. So not only am I saving money with that changeover, but I'm also really thoroughly enjoying these workouts so much more because they're catered to exactly what I want to do. So you guys ask me all the time which workouts I do and which ones I recommend. I will leave all of that information in my description box down below, but I want to give a specific shout out to Melissa Wood Health. This is not sponsored by Melissa Wood Health in any way. I've been using her workouts since I was a few months postpartum with my daughter, and I have been using her workouts through and through, and by far I use her method more than any other workout online. So if you haven't checked her out already, definitely do. Again, I'll leave all that info in the description below. So I have to be honest with this next life hack, I'm not perfect with it, but I'm trying to get on the bandwagon more and more. And this specific life hack has to do with house cleaning products. We all have to clean our space one way or another. I personally like to keep my space clean as much as possible. So cleaning products go very quickly in this household, and I try to buy non-toxic clean ingredients that are healthy not only for the space that we live in, but also non-toxic to the environment. And recently I discovered through one of my friends that I follow on Instagram, she has like the best tips for DIY house cleaning products, how to make my own all-purpose at-home cleaner. And it's the easiest recipe to do. Even if you're the busiest soul on the planet, you can definitely make this at home. All you need is equal parts water, equal parts vinegar, and throw in a few orange peels or lemon peels. And I kid you not, this is the best at-home cleaner you will use, and it's gonna save you so much money because a little bit goes a long way and it gets the job done. Another one of my favorite life hacks that I live by very religiously, and you know that if you follow me on Instagram or if you are a longtime follower of my YouTube channel, and that is thrifting. Always thrift before you pay for something retail. Not only is this a lot more friendlier on the wallet, but it's also a lot better for the environment, and it's a much more sustainable way of shopping. I cannot tell you how many pieces I scored over the last couple of years. Beautiful, high quality pieces that are in perfect condition for a fraction of the cost. And I have worn these pieces to death. I feel like thrifting is one of those things that a lot of us feel ashamed about. And a lot of people think if you have the money, why not just spend it and get it directly from the store? But for me personally, it's about the hunt. It's about finding that little needle in the haystack. It's a pleasure for me. It's enjoyable for me. And I feel so amazing when I know that I'm shopping in a very sustainable way. Again, this is something that I don't do perfectly. I still buy things directly from boutiques. I still sometimes buy fast fashion, but I'm a lot more thoughtful about this process. And in the long run, it has saved me a lot of money shopping with thrift stores or vintage stores or pre-loved stores versus buying those same items at full cost. If any of you live in the Toronto or GTA area like I do, I will link some of my favorite pre-loved boutiques in my description box below. I always find such amazing hidden gems there, and they do not disappoint. So I have to admit that I used to have a very toxic relationship with makeup. For those of you who don't know, the reason why I started this channel that you're watching right now is because I wanted it to be a beauty channel, because few years ago, I had this crazy obsession about makeup, about the beauty industry. I wanted to be a beauty guru because I thought that I had something valuable to share when it came to beauty. Little did I know, I didn't know anything about the beauty industry or the beauty space. And that's why I kind of segued into things that I know a little bit more about, or I think I know a little bit more about, and I feel more confident talking about. Makeup is one of those things that I realize I definitely don't feel confident talking about. And unfortunately, I learned that lesson the hard way because I spent so much money on all of this makeup that I never got to enjoy and really put to good use. So now that I'm older and wiser, I realized that when it comes to makeup, less is more. Not only in terms of how much you apply to your face, but also which products you use. If you want to save money when you buy makeup, because let's face it, most of us still like to wear makeup and it helps enhance our natural beauty and makes us feel our most beautiful, most confident selves. So my life hack for shopping for makeup involves shopping for makeup that has multi-purposes. This is so key because this allows you to get away with using a lot less product, buying a lot less product. And when you buy the right products that are suitable for your skin type and for your personal needs, you end up using those makeup products all the way to the end. And isn't that what we all truly want with our makeup? We really want to enjoy it to the very, very end. If you are a lawyer or you work in a doctor's office, you really don't need 10 eyeshadow palettes and 20 different foundations. Narrow it down, figure out what it is you really, really can't live without, and just focus on high quality products that enhance your beauty in the best way possible and save your money. When it comes to saving money on clothes, yes, thrifting is a great way to do that, but you also want to look for versatile, timeless, high quality pieces that you can mix and match with different items in your closet that make you feel your best, that enhance your body shape, and that you know you can wear time and time and again. Again, I'm gonna bring up the occupation example. If you work in an office setting, you want to look for pieces that you would be able to wear in that particular setting. Don't spend a lot of money on items that you know you're only gonna be able to wear a handful of times. Another savvy life hack when it comes to food, and this can specifically be applied to food that you are ordering from a restaurant, is to order your food to go or takeout versus delivery. When you get your food delivered, most of the time you have to use a delivery service such as Uber Eats or DoorDash, and there are a ton of service fees that come with the territory. Not only are you paying more out of pocket for these services, but the restaurants are also paying more out of pocket, and especially now during everything that happened in the world. I'm not gonna mention the obvious, but a lot of these businesses are really struggling and they need our business. So if you want to help your favorite restaurants out, just order directly from them and drive to the restaurant to pick it up. Trust me, it's going to be a win-win for you and your favorite restaurant. If you work somewhere where you have to drive to, talk to a colleague about carpooling. This is a no-brainer and a win-win for everyone because you save money on driving. My brother does this every single day when he drives to work. One day he will drive, the next day his friend will drive, and they alternate. That way they save money on gas. Another one of my fail-proof life hacks when it comes to grocery shopping is to always make sure that you prepared a well thought out grocery list. Every time I used to go grocery shopping without a grocery list, I ended up buying everything that I didn't need, and then I was struggling to figure out what to do with it. So always be prepared, always figure out what you need for the week or for however many days you're buying groceries for. This way you prevent yourself from overbuying and purchasing things that you don't need. This next life hack brings me back to my childhood because it's something that I used to do all the time, and I don't know why I don't do it anymore, but that's simply just using the library for books and movies or just simple entertainment. It's so much more cost effective than purchasing a book from a store or renting movies online. You can usually find a wide variety of books and movies and anything else in between at your local library. If you love hosting parties and entertaining your friends, but you find that it can cost a lot of money to do that, try hosting potluck dinners for your friends and family. It's going to save so much money and so much of your time because you don't have to prepare all of these dishes and think about what kind of a menu to create for them. Everyone is responsible for their own dishes and bring it to your party. It's not only going to save you time and money, it's so much more fun when you can just put your feet up and really enjoy the company. If you are not good at saving your money and you need a little bit more help to be more disciplined and diligent about that, just set up an auto transfer from your checking account into your saving account on a monthly basis or on a weekly basis or however often you want. Before you know it, you're gonna have a good amount saved up in your savings account, and it's gonna give you all the motivation you need to keep going. And last but certainly not least, one of my all-time favorite life hacks is try DIYing any problem or project that you might have before asking for help or before paying someone to help you with it. Most things nowadays can be learned with a quick Google search or YouTube search, like assembling a stroller like I had to do not too long ago, or assembling a clothing rack. Most of us think that a lot of these tasks are outside of our scope, but I promise you, if you just take the time to learn and to do it yourself, you can save so much money, and it's such a boost for your confidence. And that's a win-win in my books. All right, guys, so that wraps up today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it and learned something new, and hopefully this video inspired you and empowered you to think twice about the decisions that you have to make in your life, and it's going to allow you to be more mindful of your purchases and help you save more money in the long run. If you have any questions for me, leave them for me in the comments below. I'll be reading them. As always, I want to thank you so much for watching and hanging out with me, and I'll see you in my next one.